Avid readers are gearing up for World Book Day, which takes place on Sunday. Organised by UNESCO, the event strives to promote reading, publishing and the importance of protecting copyright material. First celebrated on April the 23rd, 1995, it has since become an annual affair. Last year, around 250 events took place on 4 continents, and this year is expected to be just as fun. Joining me now is Elif Bereket. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So this date, April the 23rd, is quite significant in literature. Tell me why.
Interestingly, 2 greatest writers of all times, I mean, let's say great writers, Cervantes and Shakespeare, they died on this very same day. So, I mean, there is a difference in the calendars that they were using in Spain and England back at the time, but it still is a very interesting historical coincidence because, both writers are really important for their own nations and, seriously, I would say that they're greatest writers of all time. So UNESCO didn't miss this coincidence, and since 1995 they have been celebrating this day, honouring these writers by organising this World Book Day.
So, it's gaining more and more popularity. I think it's children. I know my nieces and nephews, they pick their favourite character, they go to school, they dress as the character. It's really gaining momentum.
Yeah, sure. And last year, for example, there were over 250 events all over the world taking place on this very day. So I think it's quite a high number for such a big organization. And this year is going to be no different, I think, because there are so many events taking place all over the world in like Birmingham, Los Angeles, Oxford, Geneva. I can't even, remember all of those. So, this year will be quite busy as well, I think.
Is it mainly book readings, or is it authors reading pieces from their books, or what exactly is going on?
They're basically literature festivals, so I think a lot of book readings and authors meeting with their readers. And also I find one event very interesting that is going to take place all over the UK. It's called World Book Night, and in prisons, care homes and homeless shelters, as well as, libraries and all other schools and other places, the people who don't have access to books normally as easy as the others, let's say, will be given lots of books. So, they will get books by UNESCO, and then, if they're gifted and if they're, interested in literature, I think that will be really interesting for them
It's lovely.
Yeah,
it's really nice. And just before we run out of time, can you tell me some interesting facts that you've been researching about books in general?
Yeah, before, when we were talking about this with you, the first thing that came to my mind and your mind was, what is the best-selling book of all times? And, it wasn't really easy searching for this because, the numbers change and it's always in progress, so you don't really know what to rely on, etc. But I think it's the healthiest to say that, it's the safest to say that Don Quixote by Cervantes is the most-selling book of all times, by 500 million sales all over the world.
Wow.
And the second one is A Tale of Two Cities, which kind of shocked me because
really?
I would imagine Charles Dickens being like so popular all around the world. And that book that is set in London and Paris during the French Revolution, a really nice story that has reached 200 million sales all around the world. Yeah, and the third one is, I think, not surprising at all, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you were going to say Harry Potter. Okay.
No, Harry Potter comes after. There's just a little note. Lord of the Rings sold 150 million copies all around the world. Coming to Harry Potter, it's like a record champion, as it were, seriously. I mean, for example, it is the most selling book series of all times with over 500 100 million sales all around the world, and also the fastest selling book in history. So when it came out on either the latest book, the last one, the 7th one, when it came out, it sold 8.3 million copies in one night.
Wow.
That is a record. It really is.
Is it bad that that's the, sorry to interrupt, is that it's bad that the only one I've read on that list is the Harry Potter series? Okay, Liv, I'm sorry, that's all we have time for, but thank you so much for joining us and welcome to the Showcase team.
Thank you.